NWA Mountain State, the flagship of the National Wrestling Alliance.
We are going to do a 10-bell salute in honor of the veterans for the upcoming Memorial Day weekend. Thank you. USA! 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 USA!
NWA Mountain State is paid in part by Kramer Security and Investigations, now hiring in all of southern West Virginia at kramersecurity.net. Mark A. Hunt and Associates, practicing law since 1994 and online at markahunt.com. The West Virginia Tobacco Quit Line. Get help to quit smoking now at westvirginiaquitline.com.
Lance Erickson, we're heavyweight champion. Now going to be taking on all comers, especially at White Sulphur Springs in Gary, West Virginia, in Ansted, West Virginia on the first, and Mullins, West Virginia on the second.
Listen, let's talk about a few things here. It's been 6 months since I won this title. I've taken on all comers. I've done a lot of things. The first thing I want to say is I want to say that I'm very, very happy that we have a lot of veterans out there on this Memorial Day that do a lot of things for this country. And, whether a lot of people want to know it or not, I was born in Canada, but I lived here, and my dad was a veteran. So I'm very, very proud to be here on Memorial Day. So, number one. Number two, there's a lot of these people here that don't like me and don't respect what I do, but for 6 months, I put this title on the line. I've beaten everybody that's come through here, and guess what? Here we go on Memorial Day, I still stand, and I'm the NWA Mountain State Heavyweight Champion. Now, that brings me to a lot of things here. Coming up, we have in Gary, West Virginia, the McDowell County Fair, I took on one half of the Rock and Roll Express, an eight-time NWA World Tag Team Champion, Rock and Roll Ricky Morton. He's a legend in this business, okay? And I have nothing but respect for him. But there's a lot of guys, there's a lot of roads here. On one side of the road, I have people like Jason Kincaid. I have Eric Darkstorm. Down the other path, I have people like Bulldozer. I have people like Chris Richards. I have everybody in this company, and everybody coming in, like Sean Tippers, like Adam Pierce, like Danny and Wayne. Everybody's coming, and they're gunning for my title. I've done a lot of things in this business. I've been a lot of places. There's a lot of people that I've beat, and whether people want to realize it or not, a lot of the people that's done on Monday nights, Thursday nights, and Friday nights, I've been in the ring with, and I've beat them. If you don't believe it, go to YouTube and pull it up. I've got 16 years in this business, and I busted my hump to get where I'm at. So all I'm going to say is I'm taking out all comers and come the 31st, right there in Gary, West Virginia, I'm going to wrestle one half of the Rock and Roll Express. And that brings me to the next night, which is in Ansted, West Virginia. The last time I was there, a lot of things went on. All I'm saying is come on down to Gary on the 31st and see the Canadian line defend this title once more.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to win this is of the McDowell County Fair, Gary, West Virginia, May 31st.
Come see NWA Mountain State Wrestling live. June 16th, Alderson, West Virginia at the Community Center. Puppy Love and Johnny Blast in action. June 9th, Hinton, West Virginia. Summers County Memorial Building, ladies match with Misty James, the tag team champions, Dark Gift, and the heavyweight champion, the Canadian Lion, Lance Erickson, in action. Saturday, June 2nd, Mullins, West Virginia, Beau James, Billy Litt, and Bulldozer. Friday, June 1st, Ansted, West Virginia, the VFW building. NWA Mountain State Wrestling heavyweight champion, the Canadian Lion Lance Erickson. North American champion, Sean Tempers. And in a ladies' return match, Misty James takes on Cincinnati's own Mary Elizabeth Monroe. May 31st, Gary, West Virginia, McDowell County Fair. See 8-time World Tag Team Champion Ricky Morton, Lance Erickson, Beau James.
And again, happy Memorial Day to you from all of us at NWA Mountain State Wrestling. And we're starting off the morning with you with a ball of fire. Dark Gift, your NWA Mountain State Wrestling Tag Team Champions, taking on the team of Chris Richards and Eric Steele. Our opening contest here at NWA Mountain State.
Well, Eric Steele using his girth to his advantage early on, but Darkstorm, as quick as they come, ducks out of the way before he could level him there.
The quickness of the team of Dark Gift versus the immovable object mentality of Chris Richards and Eric Steele in the ring. Reversing the hammerlock and getting a Mr. Eric Darkstorm. Have a great hour of wrestling action for you fans, friends, and neighbors here on NWA Mountain State Wrestling. We're going to see the King of Kingsport, Beau James, taking on the immortal Johnny Blast here in action today from the Summers County Memorial Building. Eric Darkstorm working his way back up to his feet. Oh, nice shot by Eric Darkstorm and a reversal now on Eric Steele, and here comes Jason the Gift Kincaid into play. Big double axe handle smash, and the same arm taking a lot of damage.
And how many times, Dean, have we talked about what a special competitor Jason Kincaid is?
Incredible.
There's really very little we can say that we haven't said already about the man.
You know, Fighter Pilot's talking about fighting within the bowl, and that's where all of the action just seems to happen in a circle in the sky. That is the mentality that Jason the Gift Kincaid approaches the ring with, as you see right there.
That quick, he can turn things around. And he makes it look easy.
And it's not. That is the
Absolutely
grace.
not.
That's the grace that Jason the Gift Kincaid has, and Eric Darkstorm and he are fluidity of motion.
How big is Eric Steele? How big is he?
He's in the threes.
And look how easily they handle a man that big.
Well, you have to look at their build also. Eric Darkstorm.
Well, they're not small guys, but
Exactly.
how hard is it to move a 300-pound guy around?
Exactly. And they make their living moving larger men. Guys, don't try this at home. Now Eric Steele guiding Darkstorm over to the corner. And here's a tag into Big Chris Richards now.
Well, it may have taken Eric Steele a handful of hair to get Darkstorm in that corner, but get him in that corner he did. And a tag out to the bigger man, Chris Richards. And how dangerous is this guy? We've seen him before, Dean.
Well, he is the pride of Buck Snort, Tennessee. But you isolate a body part, and a man can't fire off on all cylinders.
Well, Darkstorm did the wisest thing he could do there. He got Richards over into his corner. He made the quick tag there. Richards, though, undeterred by the offense of Jason Kincaid. And that's a very difficult thing for anybody to do. I don't care how long you've been in the business. Jason Kincaid's reputation is at the top of all lists. He's that good, he's that talented, he's that agile, he's that quick. But Richards trying to answer back every time Kincaid answers his. But Kincaid gets him over into the corner.
Yeah, that kick was into the same arm that had been worked over. So, whoa, and a quick thrust to Eric Darkstorm, and Chris Richards getting a little bit of a breather. Introduces him to the soul, literally, of Eric Steele and tags him in. Clubbing blow to the midsection there. Eric Steele now applying downward pressure now on Eric Darkstorm. Darkstorm working his way past his base, but now having to fight back off the mat.
And still doing a great job right now of using his greatest asset, his girth, to his advantage.
Well, Darkstorm sent violently into the corner. And now shot across the ring in similar fashion.
And you could see and hear the ring shake on that one. A lot of impact behind that.
It's a lot of force sending a man across 16 feet into steel. Oh, and a tag now to Jason the Gift Kincaid.
Nothing flashy about Darkstorm's breakaway there, but he got the tag. That's the important part. Kincaid, though, surprisingly, as soon as he gets in the ring, Steele was right on top of him.
And now it's Chris Richards pressing the offensive.
You know, Chris Richards and Eric Steele, I don't mean to say this and let it sound like an insult, probably one of the least flashy teams we've seen compete in that ring in a while. But you cannot argue with the effectiveness of their strategy at the moment.
Well, think of everyone that Dark Gift have been in the ring with, and currently they carry those names in on their shoulders, and right now their offense has been
well, you talk about
very leveled.
Absolutely, but you talk about all of the people that they've beaten over the last couple weeks and months here. You got to remember, in order to beat those guys, they had to step into the ring with them. And every time you step into the ring with the caliber of athletes that they step into the ring with, you're going to carry a little bit with you every time you come out of that. And from the looks of things in the ring, Richards and Steele, they have a strategy coming into this one. They know what they're doing. They've been looking for weaknesses. And from the looks of things, they've managed to capitalize on something that they've seen on the tapes.
They appear to be trying to ground both men. As you see Eric Steele now squeezing the breath out of one Jason the Gift Kincaid in the middle of the ring as a very concerned Eric Darkstorm looks on.
Well, still doing his best to make that rear waist lock as effective as a bear hug. Kincaid, though, trying to fight out of it with those back elbows, but Eric Steele, he used it earlier in the match with Darkstorm. A pull of the hair can change the complexion in an instant.
Eric Steele coming off the ropes, delivering yet another punishing elbow.
Again, nothing flashy, but absolutely effective.
Absolutely. And they appear to have the ring cut off in their favor. Coming up also this hour, the ladies are in action as the SSW Ladies Champion Beau James, or SSW Ladies Champion Misty James, is going to be in action against Violet Adams.
A little slip of the tongue there, Dean. Beau's a fine man, but I don't think anyone wants to stare at him nearly as much as they want to stare at Misty.
Big belly-to-back suplex now by Chris Richards as an equalizer. Darkstorm breaking the count up and taking out a little bit of frustration now. Jason Kincaid now firing for effect into the midsection of big Chris Richards, and a clubbing blow sends the tag team champion reeling. Wow, did you see that height?
I know, one hand did that. He picked him up with one hand and threw him into those corner turnbuckles. A lot of strength with Chris Richards. And then a lot of size with Eric Steele. You know, this team, first time I've ever seen them together, they're doing quite well for themselves.
Very well indeed. Veterans tend to click on similar lines here. And Jason Kincaid moving out of the way of the freight train. And here comes Eric Darkstorm with a drop kick on Richards. Firing shots into Eric Steele. Here's Kincaid taking on Richards across the ring.
And Darkstorm and Kincaid doing their best to reverse everything that's happened in the last couple minutes. And Steele and Richards look like they're in trouble, but look at Steele over here. A rake of the eyes to Darkstorm. Chris Richards has things in hand again. They're going to send Kincaid and Darkstorm. A leapfrog over Darkstorm. They nailed both men. And the tag champs with a double drop kick. That's going to send Richards out.
And that leaves Eric Steele in the ring with both men.
Whoa!
Double enziguri.
Never seen that before. Double springboard. And a double drop kick to the head.
And a double cover. That's
Can you believe it?
The air is electric here at the Summers County Memorial Building, and it always is when Dark Gift are in the house. What a hard-fought victory for our tag team champions here on NWA Mountain State Wrestling. Guys, you haven't seen the last of Chris Richards and Eric Steele either, but the moment belongs to Dark Gift.
Gentlemen, congratulations on another hard-fought title defense. Right now, I want to talk about a team that is a thorn of the first size, legit hit Brian Kyle, Dynamite Jarek Jones, collectively known as Legit Dynamite. And what it's going to mean if you see them in Gary, West Virginia, if you see them in White Sulphur Springs on the 26th, Ansted June 1st, or Mullins on June 2nd. Jonathan Styles, all I gotta say is, ooh, la, la. First off, before we get into the idiots, oh my greatness! Did you guys just see that match? Those guys were great athletes! Those guys lost to the DG, baby! We are taking on all the top athletes across the National Wrestling Alliance, and we're doing what we do best, and that's proving night in, night out, that we're the most hard-stopping, jaw-dropping, eye-popping, high-flying, death-defying, awe-inspiring tag teams in the world today! Come on! Now you ask what we're gonna do to those legit idiots when we get them in the ring, whether it's in Gary, West Virginia, whether it's in Mount Hope, West Virginia. It don't really matter where, West Virginia, because we're gonna beat them like they stole something. We're gonna beat them like they owe us. We're gonna beat them like a redheaded stepchild. And trust me, I know firsthand that is a bad beat. One thing, real simple. Legit Dynamite, we will see you. You want to show up running the back door and attack us? You want to beat us up in the parking lot? We will see you, and when we do, we're going to keep these belts, and there's two things you can do about that. Actually one, nothing.
For the past 16 years, Mark Hunt has helped hundreds of people who were injured in a car wreck. Mark Hunt and Associates help people put their lives back together after a car wreck. We get cars repaired, medical bills and lost wages paid, and get you the compensation deserved. Call Mark Hunt and Associates. We have the experience to help you when you can't help yourself. Mark Hunt and Associates, 304-344-1800, or on the web at www.markahunt.com.
Kramer Security and Investigations, an industry leader, is currently hiring for the position of security officer throughout southern West Virginia. At Kramer, quality begins and ends with our security officers. We are proud to offer a variety of shifts, competitive wages, professional training, and a great opportunity. For information, please call 304-256-0300. That's 256-0300, or apply in person at our Market Street, Beckley, or Walker Street, Princeton locations. Kramer Security and Investigations, securing your future today. An equal opportunity employer.
Mobile disc jockeys are an important part of your party. Get a good one, you have a great party. Get a bad one, suffer the consequences. Dwayne Muncie, the owner, has been doing this since 1992 and is well qualified to help you through the entire process of making your event a huge hit. Here's just a few reasons you should book us. Dependability, knowledgeable, friendly staff, user-friendly website, over 110,000 songs, will play as long as you want, and customer service is most important to us. We have all the equipment to handle any job, any size. We can even set up multiple systems at the same event. Our gear is well maintained and we always bring backups. We set up early and we love to travel. Please see our website for details. No hidden charges, no setup fees, no subcontracting. Give us a call today at 304-250-0123 or go to DwayneMuncie.com to schedule a free consultation. Don't suffer with a lousy DJ. Let Cucumber & Company help make your night downright historic.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to check out Mountain State Wrestling coming to your area Thursday, Gary, West Virginia at the McDowell County Fair. Friday, Ansted, West Virginia, June 1st, and Saturday the 2nd, Mullins, West Virginia. At this time, it is my honor and privilege to introduce to you Miss Violet Adams, who is going to be taking on Misty James today.
Misty James.
Yes.
I want to talk about Misty James. Misty James is a coward and a thief. She stole my Southern States Women's title, and she ran like the thief in the night she is. That is Misty James. I've chased her up and down the eastern seaboard, and that is what brings me to here tonight, West Virginia. I hate West Virginia. Hate everything about West Virginia. Hate the way it's shaped. What kind of shape is that? I mean, what is it? Have you paid attention to the way your state is shaped? Have you?
Yes, ma'am.
I hate the trees. I hate the mountains. I hate your interstate system. And the people, you don't want to get me started on the people, the inbred, uneducated, goat-loving hillbillies up here. But you know what? I'm here for one reason, and that's to get my title back, Misty James. So buckle up, sweetheart. I'm coming to take you back to Greenville, South Carolina.
It's the Southern States Wrestling Ladies Championship on the line as your champion, Misty James, takes on contender Violet Adams here on NWA Mountain State Wrestling. And as you learned recently, Misty James has signed a long-term contract here with NWA Mountain State. We're going to see her going up against a lot of competitors here over the next coming months.
Well, fans have been asking for it for a while. Mountain State Wrestling, when are we going to get some great women's action? Today, we deliver on our promise to give the fans what they want, the finest women's wrestling action you're going to see in West Virginia.
Absolutely, and it is only the flagship of the National Wrestling Alliance. It's NWA Mountain State Wrestling. Violet Adams looking for some form of egress here in her match against Misty James. I'm sure both ladies would love a shot at Tasha Shimon and the World Ladies Championship. Misty James with an armbar on Violet Adams.
You know, Misty James is doing a terrific job against, I would argue, a much larger competitor. Misty James, I'm sure she's strong, I'm sure she's athletic, but that woman she's in the ring with, she is dangerous.
One lady from Virginia, one lady from South Carolina, and the battle has led to Hinton, West Virginia here on NWA Mountain State. And fans, you're welcome. What a great time we have had here in Hinton, West Virginia over the years. Over 300 plus episodes of NWA Mountain State, and now settling into a new home in downtown Beckley for our television events. Guys, this is scheduled to be our last television event to take place on the road before centering into home base as Violet Adams fires some shots in, but Misty James continues to roll through. Both ladies roll through.
And Misty James is going to the outside perhaps to get a breather. Violet Adams, the first time she went for that arm drag, Misty James hung with her every step of the way, but that time Violet, at the end of that, she came out on top.
She looks very confident in herself, but what she doesn't see is Misty James setting up a fury of offense here.
Misty slingshots into the ring, sunset flip gets her over. 2 count only.
Ryan Anderson calls it a 2 count. Violet Adams in her kick out, she actually had a very adverse effect on Misty James's equilibrium. And now using the only tag team partner that she has in the match, the actual ring itself, to her advantage.
You can use that ring any way you want. And while illegal, grabbing a hold of the hair and whipping her across the ring, that did a lot of damage to Misty James. I gotta congratulate Violet on a very sound strategy. Win by any means necessary, just don't get disqualified.
Absolutely, and that's what she intends to do as she sends the Southern States Wrestling Ladies Champion across the ring. The fans absolutely not enthralled with Violet James and firmly in the corner of Misty James. Violet Adams, excuse me.
Violet Adams, she's past the point of being deterred by that. In the beginning moments of the match, yeah, maybe what the fans said was getting to her. That's natural when somebody sends you an insult. But she's shut them out of her mind. She's reapplied herself, and she's doing quite well at the moment.
Absolutely, Misty James definitely could benefit from a second wind in her sails at this moment, as Violet Adams brings her back up for even more violent content here. Choking her out on the middle rope is Violet Adams. I'm not sure if she's so keen on becoming the next ladies champion nearly as much as she is dishing out some punishment on an opponent that she has faced on several different occasions.
Well, you heard in the opening moments, she said something to the fans about, you're really going to cheer for this Barbie? Wait till you see what I do to her. So I'd have to view this, she has a grudge against Misty James, or at least women she perceives to be like Misty James.
Reverse crab now being applied by Violet Adams, and she has Misty James right where she wants her, Stephen Hensley. She's not going to be moving easily of her own accord.
And Violet is just doing a terrific job out there of utilizing her size to its utmost potential as a momentum shifter. Misty's going to have a real hard time fighting against her when she utilizes her tools so well.
And Violet Adams extorting the Southern States Wrestling Ladies Champion to tap. But she wouldn't be the Southern States Champion if she gave up easily.
And she just jumped up and down while holding James in that maneuver. What's that feel like? That submission maneuver was already painful.
And Misty James using a single leg to swing her around. And now charging ahead with a clothesline. And another clothesline. She's making sure that her feet are under her. She's sizing up, fighting through the pain.
Well, she took a moment too long there. She measured Violet, but Violet was waiting. Violet caught her. She's got her cinched up and over with that suplex. She almost sent her out of the ring with that one.
Almost. And neither lady readily up to their feet yet.
Misty's a little bit slower to move right now than Violet, though. She really felt the effects.
Violet dragging her opponent across the ring.
And this is just brutality, Dean. She's holding on to the hair. Her head isn't even hitting against the mat. She's just punching away on her face.
This is almost too much to watch here on NWA Mountain State Wrestling, but this is what makes a champion, and this is what gives you the heart of a champion, the ability to do just that, to get up after that much brutality.
You know, if I didn't know any better, Dean, I would think this was personal. I don't know too much about their history against each other, but you can definitely tell that Violet has a chip on her shoulder as it regards Misty James.
They have faced each other in dire combat before. Misty said so in a promo with Jonathan Styles earlier. And the fight, as I said, it's covered several states. Violet Adams now. Wow, we've got an inside cradle, and that's it!
She's got it!
Just like that, we were in the midst of calling what surely was going to be a suplex by the challenger, and it was an inside cradle that brought the title back to Misty James. A hard-fought contest, but Misty James remains the SSW Ladies Champion here on NWA Mountain State Wrestling. As Violet Adams is looking to make her way out of the crowd, Jonathan Styles is looking to have an ringside interview. Violet Adams shellacking the crowd verbally here in Hinton, West Virginia on NWA Mountain State Wrestling. This is quality entertainment here. That lady is upset. And now we're going to go to Jonathan Styles.
Misty James, if I can get a quick word with you, please come back out. Please come back out, Misty James. Give it up for Misty James. He's Southern Women's Champion. Misty, congratulations on a hard-fought title defense, as well as signing that long-term contract with NWA Mountain State Wrestling. I gotta tell you, I've been heard that you're gonna bring this championship to White Sulphur Springs, to Gary, West Virginia at the McDowell County Fair on the 31st, to Ansted, West Virginia, June the 1st, and even Mullins, West Virginia on June the 2nd. Is this all true?
Oh, it is. It's all true. Thank you, West Virginia. Love you guys. Oh, you're amazing. You're something else. I do have some tough battles coming up. But let me tell you one thing. As I always say, I can't do it without these great fans. I can't do it without you fans. But I will say one thing. I will put this title up on the line, but I am country strong, and I will survive.
Misty James, ladies and gentlemen, Misty James.
Come see NWA Mountain State Wrestling live. June 16th, Alderson, West Virginia at the Community Center. Puppy Love and Johnny Blast in action. June 9th, Hinton, West Virginia. Summers County Memorial Building, ladies match with Misty James, the tag team champions, Dark Gift, and the heavyweight champion, the Canadian Lion, Lance Erickson, in action. Saturday, June 2nd, Mullins, West Virginia, Beau James, Billy Litt, and Bulldozer. Friday, June 1st, Ansted, West Virginia, the VFW building. NWA Mountain State Wrestling heavyweight champion, the Canadian Lion, Lance Erickson. North American champion, Sean Tempers. And in a ladies' return match, Misty James takes on Cincinnati's own Mary Elizabeth Monroe. May 31st, Gary, West Virginia, McDowell County Fair. See the 8-time World Tag Team Champion, Ricky Morton, Lance Erickson, Beau James.
And also, I'm going to point out Tom Lilly in the crowd. And we are pleased to see both of these people here at the Summers County Memorial Building. Now, Beau James concerned about closed fists here and taped up fists as Johnny Blast keeps his right hand. Beau James wants Johnny Blast disqualified at this point in time.
Well, Beau James, a master manipulator.
Indeed.
He has a long-term plan. Everything he says out there, you might think that he's just blowing out hot air. He has a plan every single step of the way, every word, every movement.
And Johnny Blast backing out of the corner as Beau James still in the ropes.
Well, if Johnny Blast was smart, he might back out of the ring. Did you see what Beau did to Billy Litt last week? That could be Johnny Blast after this one's over.
It very much could. However, I don't think that Johnny Blast being in the ring face-to-face with Beau James is as likely to get blindsided by Beau James as Billy Litt was. Let me encapsulate what happened. Beau James called out Billy Litt, I'm taking you out first. You're the stepping stone. No less than 25 minutes later, real time, he was bullwhipping Billy Litt in the middle of the ring, and there was a very, very well-placed right hand to the jaw of Johnny Blast.
Knockout punch all the way. The King of Kingsport knows how to do that better than anybody.
But who else is capable of such tactics? The immortal Johnny Blast.
Immortal? Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Well, that's what he says
tough.
too.
He might be ugly, he might be determined. But immortal, that's going a bit far. In fact, his lifespan in professional wrestling may be a lot shorter if Beau James has his way with him this morning.
Well,
he can cut a lot of careers short.
Johnny Blast doesn't care for the moniker Immortal. The fans have bestowed that moniker upon him against his better wishes at sometimes.
Well, the fans are idiots, aren't they?
Oh, and Johnny put that to the test just now. Ryan Anderson, who had stopped Johnny from throwing punches and allowing Beau James to punch him vis-a-vis. Well,
that
Johnny
looks
said,
a
okay,
little bit low, don't you think?
I don't know. I think that was midsection.
Uh-huh. You would.
The fans firmly behind Johnny Blast in this one. Now a collar and elbow tie-up, and Beau James taking the side headlock on the immortal Johnny Blast.
That's right. The wrestler, Beau James, using wrestling and a handful of hair. That's all right. Kept Johnny Blast from getting to the ropes, and who didn't see that? The referee.
You can see across the ring the logo of 99.5 WJLS, the big dog in country. NWA Mountain State Wrestling is brought to you in part by that fine station, bringing you the best variety of your country favorites and the hottest new music, as well as your home for tickets to the hottest shows as a part of the 2012 concert series. WJLS.com. Beau James definitely keeping Johnny Blast centered in the ring by any means necessary.
And quite often it's come down to that pull of the hair. The referee doesn't see it. He can't do anything about it. He can do very little even if he does catch Beau James.
Upper wrist lock. Beau James saying he had the hair.
Masterful. Very artful tactician is Beau James.
Very eloquently put.
Thank you.
And the fans trying to get Ryan Anderson to perhaps, it would take Ryan Anderson having eyes on the back and both sides of his head as well to catch all of the action in this ring right now. These guys are manipulating each other.
Well, Beau James has been doing this for quite a while. He can get away with a lot in the ring.
Johnny Blast now putting the boot to Beau James and sending him to the floor here in Hinton.
Well, Johnny Blast is no slouch when it comes to breaking rules either. I saw a series of closed fists in there, but let's be honest. We've seen Johnny Blast do all the things that Beau James is doing to him so well. Beau just happens to be one step ahead of him for the most part this morning. But at the moment, the King of Kingsport, he's taking a breather.
Johnny Blast wants him back in the ring. Beau James will get there, I'm sure, but it'll be when Beau James is ready to get back in the ring, and there it is.
Well, Beau James told the ref, you need to get Johnny Blast away from the ropes if you want me to get back into this ring. He's doing everything on his terms. And that's a very difficult thing to do in the ring. You can't do that if you're a slouch. And make no mistake about it, Beau James is about the furthest thing removed from a slouch that you can be in professional wrestling.
Open hand strikes, getting Johnny Blast level with the canvas. And now some very ungentlemanly tactics here using the ropes.
They're downright mean, and he's proud of it.
Beau James getting Johnny Blast right where he wants him. He's got the nose in play now. That's going to hurt.
You're absolutely right about that one. No argument for me.
Quick jab now puts Johnny Blast almost to his knees. Oh, and Blast fighting back now. Hard right hand into the jaw, and now the forehead of Beau James. Lighten him up.
And the referee jumping between both men. And once again, things are working to Beau James's advantage. And he positioned that bull rope exactly where he wanted to. Sent Johnny Blast headfirst into the handles. Going for the cover. 1, 2.
Well, we got Billy Lick coming to ringside to break this noise up.
He has no business being out here.
He may have as much business as any other person.
Is he in the contest?
He's trying to tell Ryan Anderson that the bull rope is used, but Johnny Blast is out of the ring, and Billy Litt is in a bad position right now.
Well, this moment of do-gooding is going to cost Billy Litt. Say hello to the bull rope once again. Referee can't do anything about this. What's he going to do? Disqualify him? Billy Litt isn't even in this match.
He just sent the referee scurrying with the headbutt, and he calls it as Billy Litt is fighting for his life here as he's being hung.
And
Johnny Blast now breaking it up.
Well, Johnny Blast trying to save Billy Litt from incurring any more punishment, but Beau James brings him to the outside. He nails him again with the bull rope.
That bull whip was just used as a shillelagh, and it looks like Billy Litt is out cold after that one. Johnny Blast saved him from being hung, but it looks like Litt has been laid out at ringside by the King of Kingsport. Oh my heavens!
Things do not look good for Mr. Electricity, Dean.
He is slow to move. Johnny Blast keeping one eye on the
Dean,
door.
he's not moving.
And here's Puppy Love out to assist. That was, I mean, first the man was hung, then he was absolutely bollocked. And the fans are hushed. They want to make sure Billy Litt's all right before anything else occurs.
And listen to the way Billy Litt's breathing.
I don't want to listen to the way Billy Litt's breathing.
There's been some damage here today.
Guys, Billy Litt came out to save Johnny Blast.
Well, all the good intentions in the world. Billy Litt may have had him, but it didn't serve him well in the end.
Wow.
Attention wrestling fans, it's Jessica Schuler here. Send us videos of you talking about your favorite NWA Mountain State wrestler or wrestlers. If we like it, we may use it in our show. And be sure to visit NWAMountainState.com for the latest NWA news.
For the past 16 years, Mark Hunt has helped hundreds of people who were injured in a car wreck. Mark Hunt and Associates help people put their lives back together after a car wreck. We get cars repaired, medical bills and lost wages paid, and get you the compensation deserved. Call Mark Hunt and Associates. We have the experience to help you when you can't help yourself. Mark Hunt and Associates, 304-344-1800, or on the web at www.markahunt.com.
Kramer Security and Investigations, an industry leader, is currently hiring for the position of security officer throughout southern West Virginia. At Kramer, quality begins and ends with our security officers. We are proud to offer a variety of shifts, competitive wages, professional training, and a great opportunity. For information, please call 304-256-0300. That's 256-0300, or apply in person at our Market Street Beckley or Walker Street Princeton locations. Kramer Security and Investigations, securing your future today. An equal opportunity employer.
Mobile disc jockeys are an important part of your party. Get a good one, you have a great party. Get a bad one, suffer the consequences. Dwayne Muncie, the owner, has been doing this since 1992 and is well qualified to help you through the entire process of making your event a huge hit. Here's just a few reasons you should book us. Dependability, knowledgeable, friendly staff, user-friendly website, over 110,000 songs, will play as long as you want, and customer service is most important to us. We have all the equipment to handle any job, any size. We can even set up multiple systems at the same event. Our gear is well maintained and we always bring backups. We set up early and we love to travel. Please see our website for details. No hidden charges, no setup fees, no subcontracting. Give us a call today at 304-250-0123 or go to DwayneMuncie.com to schedule a free consultation. Don't suffer with a lousy DJ. Let Cucumber & Company help make your night downright historic.
If your civic organization, fire department, police athletic organization, school is looking to raise extra money, call the number below or email us for information on how to bring Mountain State Wrestling to your town and get money that night. Ladies and gentlemen, Mountain State Wrestling is coming to your area May 31st, McDowell County Fair, Gary, West Virginia, June 1st, Ansted, West Virginia, June 2nd, Mullins, West Virginia, and June 9th, Hinton, West Virginia at the Summers County Memorial Building. At this time, I want to bring you one of your favorites that you will see in those towns, the team of Puppy Love. Oh. Hey there.
Jonathan Stiles right here with me. This is Sister Sherry. Is one of the many dogs up for adoption through Operation Underdog. Visit them online at operationunderdog.org or on Facebook, facebook.com/Operation Underdog. And you can pick up a puppy just like this. And we're coming to your town. We invite you out. Visit the dogs. Visit the big dog right here, Pitbull Bob Brown.
Hush, hush, hush. Hey, come on out. Hush, hush, hush.
Ladies and gentlemen, NWA Mountain State Wrestling. The first 15 minutes is your money's worth. The rest is free.
Here in the ring, you see a former King of West Virginia, Bulldozer, taking on one half of Puppy Love, Pitbull, Bob Brown. Two big men locking up immediately in the ring. Buddy Love at ringside, and their mascot is not. I think they were actually successful in getting the dog adopted this evening. Thank you, Operation Underdog.
Absolutely. And what a way to cap off the morning, Dean Bibb. What a main event. A former king of West Virginia against a man who, despite all his years in this business, is still on the rise. His star is still rising. He is connecting with the fans in a whole new way, is Pitbull Bob Brown.
I relate Pitbull Bob Brown to Dirty Dick Slater. He's not one of the bigger names.
He's very dirty.
Well, it's not that. Whoa, he's biting the fingers here.
There's your proof. He fights dirty too.
What I'm referring to is the wrestler who is everyone's third favorite wrestler. You know what I mean? If you take my meaning. It's like in the 80s. Dawkins was everyone's second favorite band in the 80s. Pitbull Bob Brown is everybody's third favorite wrestler.
This sounds a bit like a backhanded compliment for someone you call a friend, Dean.
Well, I'm sure that Pitbull Bob Brown gets a reference both with Dirty Dick Slater and Dawkins. But the bottom line is, you've got a guy who has been in it year in, year out, year in, year out, and all he needs is that one big opportunity. And wow!
That is something else.
I think he was going for the pork loin there.
And Bob Brown employing a maneuver against the Bulldozer that just about anybody except him would shy away from doing under any circumstances.
Well, Bulldozer is fearsome. He is athletic. He is huge.
Well, Bob Brown's crazy, so there's your X factor.
Exactly.
Who does that?
Pitbull Bob Brown. Bob Brown now going for a rear waist lock. Bulldozer applying some elbows and shaking free of it. And he's whipping Bob Brown like a dog. Whoa! Bob Brown with a thumb to the eyes, hearkening back to days past. I guess it is hard to teach an old dog new tricks.
Bob's a pretty basic kind of guy. He's a pretty basic kind of dog. He's going to stick with what works no matter who's cheering for him or booing for him. But you know who else can hang with him? You want to break rules? Bulldozer can do that too.
Oh, heavens, yes. And you saw a little bit of that just now. Ryan Anderson didn't see it. Buddy Love saw it, and he was trying to get it into Ryan Anderson's radar screen here.
Well, Bulldozer returning the favor from earlier. Bob wants to take a bite out of him. He'll take a bite out of Bob.
The head to the top turnbuckle. Oh! Oh, and a big chop now by Bulldozer. This guy's tough as they come, you better believe it. But Pitbull Bob Brown, the years of experience behind him.
But Bob moves out of the way at the last second, and there's a bulldog from the Pitbull.
That was a desperation move.
And Bob
Brown charging headbutts. Dog pound style here. They want to see who's king of the kennel, I'm telling you that.
Well, the Pitbull who did a bulldog imitating the junkyard dog, leading Operation Underdog. How many canine references can we fit into one match?
I don't know, dog. We're just going to have to stuff our way through it.
That was a bad joke even for you.
Yes. Oh, and a hard chop. That forearm staggered Pitbull all the way across the ring. These guys aren't relying on a sound wrestling technique at this point. They're pretty much brawling in the alley.
Bulldozer drags Bob back into the ring against his will. Nails him with a vicious shot.
This man and his partner, Buddy Love, who stand for Operation Underdog, they work with the Humane Society of Raleigh County to find homes for some great animals who just really need a heart to love them and a place to call their own. Look them up on operationunderdog.org. Find them on Facebook at facebook.com/operationunderdog, or check the kiosk here at NWA Mountain State Live Events. And Bulldozer doing something.
He pulled out a second mask, and if I'm not mistaken, he put something in that mask. Referee none the wiser. Bulldozer comes charging. Whoa, he missed. He nailed himself with whatever he had in that mask. Bob's got him rolled up.
That's it.
Bob Brown has just defeated the former king of West Virginia.
So ladies and gentlemen, the winner of your match, Pitbull Bob Brown, overcoming Bulldozer.
And Bob Brown and his partner attempting to raise the roof with the fans here today.
I don't know exactly what was in that second mask, but Bulldozer's still slow to move.
Have you ever known Bob Brown to have this kind of momentum in his career before, Dean?
And no, and I tell you what, there's no better time than now. With the momentum that the company has, Bob Brown could very easily move into singles or tag team title contention on up the ladder. I could see Puppy Love as North American Tag Team Champions very easily.
Well, against any prediction I would have made at this time last year, Bob Brown and Buddy Love, they're moving forward with their careers in the best of possible ways. Gaining so much momentum, gaining so much exposure. That's how you do it in the wrestling business if you want to make it to the next level. And what a victory for Bob Brown.
Absolutely. Guys, we're going to be back with more on NWA Mountain State Wrestling right after this.
Come see NWA Mountain State Wrestling Live, June 16th, Alderson, West Virginia at the Community Center. Puppy Love and Johnny Blast in action. June 9th, Hinton, West Virginia, Summers County Memorial Building, ladies match with Misty James, the tag team champions, Dark Gift, and the heavyweight champion, the Canadian Lion, Lance Erickson, in action. Saturday, June 2nd, Mullins, West Virginia, Beau James, Billy Litt, and Bulldozer. Friday, June 1st, Ansted, West Virginia, the VFW building. NWA Mountain State Wrestling heavyweight champion, the Canadian Lion, Lance Erickson. North American champion, Sean Tempers. And in a ladies' return match, Misty James takes on Cincinnati's own Mary Elizabeth Monroe. May 31st, Gary, West Virginia, McDowell County Fair. See the 8-time World Tag Team Champion, Ricky Morton, Lance Erickson, Beau James.
Kramer Security and Investigations, an industry leader, is currently hiring for the position of security officer throughout southern West Virginia. At Kramer, quality begins and ends with our security officers. We are proud to offer a variety of shifts, competitive wages, professional training, and a great opportunity. For information, please call 304-256-0300. That's 256-0300, or apply in person at our Market Street Beckley or Walker Street Princeton locations. Kramer Security and Investigations, securing your future today. An equal opportunity employer.
Mobile disc jockeys are an important part of your party. Get a good one, you have a great party. Get a bad one, suffer the consequences. Dwayne Muncie, the owner, has been doing this since 1992 and is well qualified to help you through the entire process of making your event a huge hit. Here's just a few reasons you should book us. Dependability, knowledgeable, friendly staff, user-friendly website, over 110,000 songs, will play as long as you want, and customer service is most important to us. We have all the equipment to handle any job, any size. We can even set up multiple systems at the same event. Our gear is well maintained and we always bring backups. We set up early and we love to travel. Please see our website for details. No hidden charges, no setup fees, no subcontracting. Give us a call today at 304-250-0123 or go to DwayneMuncie.com to schedule a free consultation. Don't suffer with a lousy DJ. Let Cucumber & Company help make your night downright historic.
For the past 16 years, Mark Hunt has helped hundreds of people who were injured in a car wreck. Mark Hunt and Associates help people put their lives back together after a car wreck. We get cars repaired, medical bills and lost wages paid, and get you the compensation deserved. Call Mark Hunt and Associates. We have the experience to help you when you can't help yourself. Mark Hunt and Associates, 304-344-1800, or on the web at www.markahunt.com.
Time, the Canadian Lion, Lance Erickson, the NWA Mountain State Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. Mr. Erickson, I see that you still hold this championship high and proud. there are rumors abound that many will be in line to try to take this from you. What I'm here to talk about right now to end this show is on a very high note with the Canadian line. And listen, there's a lot of people, you know, like I said, May 31st, I have Rock and Roll Ricky Morton, and then the next night in Ansted, West Virginia, not too far from here, I want to challenge. I want to put a challenge out there because Sean Tempers, the North American heavyweight champ, is coming to defend the title. So what I want to do right now is I want to step out of the box a little bit, and I want to let people know that I want to challenge you, Sean Tempers. The last time you was in Ansted, we was the main event, okay? And I beat Sean Tempers. I didn't take the title home with me, but I have a win over Sean Tempers, who's number 2 in the NWA, right underneath. So what I want to do is I want to take the time now, and I want to challenge, okay? I want to challenge Sean Tempers right there in Ansted, West Virginia. And I not only want to add to this, but I want to bring the North American title to Mountain State Wrestling. So challenge the Sean Tempers for the North American Championship, Ansted, June 1st. I don't know what this is about. I don't know what.
Hey, we heard you back there. All we heard was blah, blah, blah. We might be a tag team, but I have a feeling that either one of us would be more than happy to take that heavyweight belt out from around your waist. Bob Purdue summed it up. He's number 1 for a lot of words. But Lance Erickson, if you ever sign the dotted line, you can find out that love hurts. Listen guys, the Canadian line takes on everybody. It doesn't matter which side of the dressing room you're from. You know, Lance, I want a shot at that belt. I'm just letting you know that right now. I want a shot. Listen, come on, man. Listen, it's like this, guys. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which side of it. Johnny Black's not here. Hey, everybody else out here throwing in their 2 cents worth. Who was the last man who had that title? Johnny Blast. Who was the man who beat you before? Johnny Blast. Listen, like I said, it doesn't matter. One at a time, I'll get to each target. Eric Still. What's this ball doing here? I'm not looking at the camera. I'm looking right at you, Lance Erickson, because you're looking at the man that came to Mountain State Wrestling to beat you 1, 2, 3 for that belt. So like I said, guys, hell, get in line. What about Chase Owens? Chase Owens is out here. Chase.
Shut up.
You know, Lance, the last time we were in the ring, you did get the better of me, but I gave you everything you wanted. So how about one more time? You put that belt on the line against me. Listen, you 6, I don't know what your problem is. I'm trying to cut it. I'm trying to get my time here to get things over. You just want to challenge Sean Tempers. So I don't know. You know, I don't know exactly what this much is. Look at these guys.
I'll tell you something. Don't
Well, it looks like it's breaking down into a Donnybrook right here.
And look at the Canadian line. He's hightailing it out of here.
I know. He's just walked to the back. Chase Owens in the ring challenging somebody.
I don't even know
Bulldozer.
what the situation we have to deal with right now. I don't know what this referee's going to try to accomplish.
Heard a bunch of cats, but we're out of
There's a
time,
match?
guys. We have a match starting, but we are absolutely out of time here.
NWA Mountain State is a production of Cucumber & Company. Cucumber & Company, video, web, and beyond.